All right, I'd like to show you the editing method for events as well as products, but let's start with the events today. If I hover, once you log into WordPress, you'll be taken to the dashboard. And then down the left side, you'll have a menu of options that you can choose. For the time being, let's just go to events. There's so many options, you might get kind of messed up. But let's go to events. And if you hover over the right menu, you'll see events, add new, event categories, venues, organizers, and some other options you don't have to really worry about. The first thing you really should do when before you create events, if you typically have standard venues or organizers, things that you do over and over, is add the venues. So we can go and add venue, click venues, and we'll go into venues. Now, if you're creating a new venue, usually when you add any new item into WordPress, you'll see the add new at the top. But as you see, we have a number of venues here. If you click to add new, you'll see the same thing. But let me just show you what the parameters are that you would enter, the details. Okay, so now we'll come down and we'll see the details I put in for the Hotel Bethlehem. Uh, some text that you would put in the title, Hotel Bethlehem, the description, and down at the bottom you'll see featured image. In this case, I have one in there, so it only gives me featured. But if I click on it, you'll see that in our library, we have the ability to upload photos, choose from photos that are already in there, and you'll see a lot of the photos from your images that we already have. But if I were to upload a new photo, I just go in, select files, find the photo on my hard drive, and then upload it. And then I can just set the featured image. In this case, we have one. So you just go through the options, you enter the address, the city, state, etc. Always show the map and the link for people that want to get directions and things like that. And that's how we add venues. Now, and then what you'll do, I'm sorry, what you'll do once you're done entering is click update, and then that will give you the venue. After you've updated, if you'd like to preview the changes, you can click here. So let's go into preview. That opens another tab and it shows you the information for the Hotel Bethlehem. This is one of the events that are there, the Patriots Ball. So you get a feeling for how this works. Another part of events is the organizers. Okay, I come into organizers and you'll see the names that I've already put in. If I'd like to add new, I could just go into add new, and there again I can type a name and a description of the person, address, phone, not address, but the phone, website, if there's a website for the person, and email, if you'd like to share that information. And then we can just publish, just like we did in the venues, publish, and that person has been added to your events as a organizer. And let's go back up again. Okay, so we have the organizers, venues, and then event categories. Now in this menu item, you'll see that at the top there's not the typical add new. And what they've done is they've decided to put it down. If you scroll down, you'll see your event categories. I've created 3. I'm sure there are many more. I created dinners just to hold the Patriots ball. Peer support group you have, and stand downs. I put those in so that when we create an event, we can give it a category that it belongs to. And that way, down the road, if we just want to show the dinners or the stand downs or other things, we can do that from the calendar itself, the events calendar. So we put a name. The slug is just a URL friendly thing. You can call it peer support group if you'd like, or just call it whatever you'd like. Parent event, you don't have to worry about those. But if you wanted to create a subcategory, you could say dinners, you could say luncheons underneath dinners. There's all sorts of things you can do there. I think right now you can keep them pretty simple, and then a description of the category. you'll see that we have descriptions here. And those are the main items. If we want to add a new event, let's click Events. Up at the top, we'll find Add New. Excuse me. Okay, and now the new event, we just come up to the top there, Add New Event. It would help if I could type. And then we can come down here and put description. We come over and you'll notice on the right hand side as I scroll down, event categories. So I can just click on the events that this might pertain to. Okay, and that way they're categorized again for the events calendar. I come down to time and date. I can put when I click on the date, it pops up a calendar, and I can say this was for October 9th from 11 to 5. Or if I'd like it all day, I could say all day event. So you set your time and date, or choose all day. And you could select multiple events. So when you're adding an event for stand downs, etc., you can schedule multiple events if they occur. Okay, so you can schedule multiple events. That's a topic I'll discuss at a future time. The venue. As you can see, we have those venues that we put in. I put Green Pond Country Club, which you want to get rid of, American Legion Post, Hotel Bethlehem, All's House. So there are venues that you can pick. Again, you'll enter venues. They'll appear here. So when you enter the event, you tell us where it's going to be. Again, show map, the organizer. You'll drop down, or you'll add a new. I can edit organizer and add a new one. I would always add your organizers and your categories and your venues first. That way you can populate those and not have to do it all the time here. And then if there's a website for that event, you can put it right here. Okay, all of the fields below you really don't have to worry about for now. Those are more for ranking your pages and doing those things. But for a simple event ad, you can see what you have here. Okay, and those are the things you need to really be concerned about. Again, on the set featured image, you want to set a featured image for that particular event. You should upload the photos or whatever there are, or you can choose from the media library you already have. You can find the events in, event photos like the Hotel Bethlehem there. But if you're creating a new event, all you have to do is select your file, grab it, upload it, and then it's there. And so it's a very easy process. And that's it for events. I'll be covering products and some other items at a future post, but that's it for now.